Weddings are often seen as a magical, unforgettable experience for newlyweds, but in Amish traditions, the wedding night is anything but ordinary. For Amish couples, this night is far from a romantic getaway. Instead, it marks the beginning of a life rooted in simplicity, family, and faith. Their wedding night is often spent with a practical twist, focusing on community and togetherness rather than indulgence. But what really happens behind those closed doors? Let's dive into the lesser-known, yet deeply meaningful wedding night traditions in the Amish community. The Amish and their commitment to simplicity. At the core of the Amish way of life is their commitment to simplicity. This is reflected not only in their rejection of modern technology, but also in the way they approach everyday tasks. The Amish believe that simplicity allows them to focus on God, family, and community, free from the distractions of the outside world. The Amish community deliberately distances itself from the fast-paced, consumer-driven world of modern society. They prioritize relationships, faith, and practical skills over material wealth and technological advancements. The Amish embrace a lifestyle that can be viewed as an antidote to the complexities and stresses of modern living. By avoiding the use of electricity, smartphones, and other modern conveniences, they create a space for quiet reflection and prayer, which they believe brings them closer to God. This commitment to simplicity manifests in almost every aspect of their lives, from the way they dress to the way they structure their daily routines. Distinctive Amish clothing, a visual representation of faith. One of the most immediately recognizable aspects of Amish life is their distinctive clothing. The Amish dress in simple, modest attire, which serves as both a form of self-expression and a visual representation of their religious beliefs. The Amish dress code is part of the ordnung, the unwritten set of rules that governs behavior within the community. The rules surrounding Amish clothing are not just about fashion, but rather about humility, unity, and the rejection of vanity. Men's clothing, humility and unity. Amish men wear plain, solid-colored shirts, broad-brimmed hats, and suits that signal their commitment to community over individuality. The simplicity of their clothing ensures that no one stands out due to their attire, reinforcing the Amish value of humility. One particularly notable feature of Amish men's clothing is their beards. Upon marriage, Amish men are expected to grow a beard, which serves as a symbol of their manhood and marital status. The beard is a key marker of Amish identity, but perhaps more surprising is the fact that Amish men do not wear mustaches. This seemingly strange tradition stems from the Amish belief in pacifism and their rejection of military service. Historically, soldiers in the British military were required to grow mustaches, and during the years leading up to the American Revolution, the Amish wanted to distance themselves from any association with the military. Therefore, they adopted the tradition of growing a full beard, but leaving out the mustache to avoid any connection with military service. While the Bible does not explicitly forbid mustaches, this practice is a cultural response to the Amish desire to remain separate from worldly affairs, particularly those related to violence and war. Women's clothing, modesty and community. Amish women also adhere to strict guidelines when it comes to their clothing. Women wear calf-length dresses in muted colors such as black, blue, or brown, along with aprons and bonnets. The color of a woman's bonnet is a particularly important detail, as it indicates her marital status. Single women wear black bonnets, while married women wear white. This subtle color distinction ensures that the Amish community is aware of a woman's status, which is essential in a society where personal relationships are guided by clear rules. Bonnets and prayer caps are worn by all Amish women as a visual representation of their religious devotion and commitment to their community. The bonnets are meant to promote unity within the community, and all Amish women wear them, regardless of age or social status. Additionally, Amish women are not permitted to wear jewelry, such as wedding rings, because adornments are seen as a form of vanity that could promote pride. The Amish believe that excessive focus on personal appearance detracts from one's spiritual well-being and the collective good of the community. Amish baptism and commitment to faith. The process of joining the Amish church is a significant event in the life of every Amish person. Unlike many Christian denominations, the Amish do not baptize infants. Instead, Amish youth are given the opportunity to decide for themselves whether they want to join the church in their late teens or early 20s. This decision is a serious one, as it involves a lifelong commitment to the Amish faith and the ordinum, which is the set of rules that governs every aspect of Amish life. When an individual chooses to be baptized, they make a public confession of faith and agree to follow the teachings of the church for the rest of their life. This commitment is not taken lightly, and those who break their vows and refuse to repent can be excommunicated from the church. Excommunication, known as shunning, is a form of social punishment that involves cutting off all interaction with the individual who has been deemed to have broken their commitment. The Amish believe that this practice helps maintain the purity of the community and encourages the wayward individual to repent and return to the fold. Shunning is a serious matter within Amish communities, and it serves as both a tool for social control and a means of ensuring that members remain faithful to the values of the church. While shunning is not employed frequently, it is an important mechanism for upholding the integrity of the Amish way of life. The Amish minister, chosen by lot. In Amish communities, ministers play a crucial role in guiding the spiritual life of the congregation. However, unlike other Christian denominations, the Amish do not select their ministers through formal education or personal calling. Instead, ministers are chosen by lot. This means that the congregation casts lots. Essentially, they draw names or choose candidates by random selection. This practice underscores the Amish belief that spiritual leadership is not a matter of personal ambition or prestige, but a heavy responsibility that is given by God. Ministers are typically chosen from among the men in the community, and once chosen, they serve for life without receiving any monetary compensation. Being chosen as a minister is not seen as an honor, but as a serious responsibility. The process of selecting a new minister is a highly emotional and important event for the community. It is preceded by weeks of prayer and meditation, and the final decision is made through a public vote, with the candidate who receives the most votes being deemed the one chosen by God. In some cases, new ministers are required when a minister passes away, or when a district becomes too large and must be divided. The decision to select a new minister is an intensely spiritual and communal event, reflecting the Amish's deep commitment to their faith and the integrity of their religious practices. Amish funeral practices. A somber and sacred ritual. Death is a natural part of life, and the Amish approach funerals with the same solemnity and reverence they apply to all of life's rituals. When a member of the Amish community passes away, the family typically prepares the body by washing it, though it is also common for the body to be taken to a local funeral director who is familiar with Amish funeral customs. The Amish reject the use of cosmetics on the deceased, as they believe that the body should be left in its natural state. This refusal to use makeup or embalming fluids underscores their belief that life and death are part of God's plan and should not be altered by human intervention. Funerals are typically held within the home of the deceased, and the service is led by the church minister. During the service, there are no eulogies. Instead, the minister will reference the story of creation and the importance of returning to God. Afterward, the body is transported in a horse-drawn hearse to the cemetery where the burial takes place. The Amish do not sing at funerals. Instead, a traditional hymn is read by the minister or bishop as the grave is filled by pallbearers. The Lord's Prayer is recited silently by the attendees, marking the end of the somber ceremony. Carpentry, an essential Amish tradition. While the Amish may be best known for their religious practices and commitment to simplicity, they are also renowned for their carpentry skills. Building barns, furniture, and other structures is an integral part of Amish culture, and these skills are passed down from father to son. Carpentry serves not only as a practical skill, but also as a source of income for many Amish families. Amish carpenters are known for their meticulous craftsmanship and attention to detail, creating high-quality wooden furniture that is sought after by people outside their community. The tradition of carpentry plays a significant role in the Amish economy, and it is deeply intertwined with their values of hard work, craftsmanship, and community support. A way of life that endures. The Amish way of life is marked by a deep commitment to faith, family, and community. Their customs, such as their distinctive clothing, religious practices, and approach to death and funerals serve as expressions of their desire to live in harmony with God and each other. While many aspects of their lifestyle may seem strange or surprising to outsiders, they represent a profound dedication to simplicity and spiritual purity that has endured for generations. Through their practices, the Amish continue to maintain a way of life that is centered on values that many in modern society have lost sight of. Despite their separation from mainstream culture, the Amish community remains a testament to the power of tradition, faith, and community in shaping a life of purpose and meaning. The role of Amish cuisine in social life. Food plays an integral role in Amish culture and community life. Amish cuisine is simple, hearty, and based on locally sourced ingredients, reflecting the values of frugality and self-reliance that the Amish hold dear. Meals are an important part of Amish social gatherings, including potlucks, weddings, and other community events. Often, the food served at these events is home-cooked, and the emphasis is on using fresh, seasonal produce and traditional recipes that have been passed down through generations. In many Amish communities, food production is not only for personal consumption, but also serves as an important source of income. Amish women, in particular, often make pies, preserves, and canned goods to sell at local markets or to outsiders who visit Amish country. Amish baked goods such as fruit pies, cookies, and bread are especially popular, often sold at roadside stands or farmers markets. These homemade treats are a reflection of the Amish commitment to quality and craftsmanship, with every item made from scratch using time-tested recipes. Despite the similarities between Amish and Pennsylvania Dutch cuisine, it's important to note that not all Pennsylvania Dutch people are Amish, and not all Amish communities live in Pennsylvania. Amish food practices vary based on location, local availability of ingredients, and the specific Amish community in question. In some areas, the Amish have incorporated elements of local or regional cuisine into their meals, further diversifying their culinary traditions. The importance of tradition in Amish social structures. In Amish culture, social structures are built on the foundation of shared values and religious beliefs. Family is at the heart of Amish society, and much of Amish life revolves around maintaining close, supportive family units. Marriage is considered a sacred covenant, and the Amish approach to courtship and weddings is both practical and deeply rooted in their religious traditions. Courtship among the Amish is a private affair, with couples keeping their relationships secret until just before the wedding. This secrecy is intended to protect the couple from outside interference and to maintain the purity of their bond. Amish weddings are typically held on Tuesdays or Thursdays in the fall after the harvest, though in some communities weddings may take place at other times of the year as well. The bride's dress is not traditionally white, as it would be in English weddings, but rather in one of the muted colors approved by the community. The wedding is a modest affair, but it is also an occasion for the entire community to come together and celebrate. The wedding meal, which often serves hundreds of people, is prepared by the women of the community, and it features traditional Amish foods such as roasted chicken, mashed potatoes, and homemade bread. One unique aspect of Amish weddings is the way in which the couple's family and friends assist in the preparation and execution of the event. Because the meal and celebration are so large, the community works together to set up tables, prepare food, and serve guests. This communal effort is a reflection of the Amish belief in cooperation and mutual support. After the wedding, the newlyweds often return to one of the family homes to begin their married life, starting their new household with the help of their families. The tradition of rumspringa and its misunderstanding. One of the most widely misunderstood aspects of Amish life is the practice of rumspringa, a period during which Amish teenagers are allowed to experience life outside the community before deciding whether to fully commit to the Amish faith. Rumspringa typically begins at the age of 16, when Amish youth are permitted to venture beyond the confines of their community and explore the modern world. This period is not a time of rebellion or experimentation, as it is often portrayed in the media, but rather a time of reflection and decision-making. During rumspringa, Amish teens are free to engage in activities that would otherwise be prohibited, such as using modern technology, wearing non-Amish clothing, and socializing with non-Amish peers. The goal is to give them a chance to experience the outside world so they can make an informed decision about whether they wish to return to the Amish lifestyle or leave it behind. Most Amish teens choose to return to their community and be baptized into the faith, recommitting to the simple, spiritual life that defines Amish culture. However, some individuals do decide to leave the community permanently, though this is rare. Rumspringa is often misunderstood as a time of wild behavior or indulgence in modern luxuries, but for most Amish youth, it is a serious and thoughtful period of reflection. The practice highlights the Amish belief in personal choice and the importance of individual agency in matters of faith. The absence of modern technology, horse and buggy. Travel. The Amish rejection of modern technology extends beyond their homes and workplaces. It also affects their transportation choices. Unlike the majority of the world, who rely on motor vehicles for travel, the Amish use horse-drawn buggies as their primary means of transportation. This practice stems from their desire to remain separate from the modern world and to avoid the distractions and temptations that come with technological advancements. The horse and buggy were the transportation mode used by the Amish founders, and it remains a vital part of their culture today. While some Amish groups have allowed for more flexibility regarding technology, such as permitting the use of telephones in certain situations or allowing for limited use of electricity, the vast majority of Amish communities still strictly adhere to the rule of no motor vehicles. The horse and buggy, with its simple, slow-moving pace, serves as a constant reminder of the Amish commitment to a humble, intentional way of life. The Amish refusal to embrace modern technology is often misunderstood by outsiders, who may view it as an outdated or even impractical way of living. However, for the Amish, it is a deeply spiritual decision, rooted in their belief that technological advancements can disrupt the peace and simplicity that they strive to maintain. By avoiding the noise and distractions of modern life, the Amish are able to focus on what they value most: their faith, their families, and their community. A way of life rooted in tradition. The Amish way of life is built upon a foundation of tradition, simplicity, and faith. From their carpentry and food traditions to their views on marriage and family, the Amish continue to uphold values that have been passed down through generations. While their lifestyle may seem foreign or difficult to understand from the outside, it is a deeply spiritual and intentional way of life that reflects their commitment to their faith and their desire to maintain a sense of community in an increasingly individualistic world. For the Amish, every tradition, from the use of hand tools to the preparation of food to the choice to live without modern technology, is a way of expressing their devotion to God and their desire to live a life of humility and purpose.